Hello, how are you?
How are you today? Just on the first aisle, you'll find some lovely little goodies under your seat.
Alright, thanks.
G'day One World Flyers Squad, welcome back to another Thursday trip report. I'm at Melbourne Airport Terminal 2. I just got off a domestic flight from Adelaide. Now I'm connecting onwards to Singapore with Qantas, Airbus A330-300. I've checked in already, my bags are checked all the way through to Singapore, so I can skip the check-in counters behind me and head straight to immigration and security. Melbourne Airport is probably the easiest airport in Australia to get from a domestic flight to an international flight. From getting off the plane at the domestic Terminal 1, it took me less than 5 minutes to get to the departure area of Terminal 2. Melbourne Airport security and immigration were both quite busy today. There was no express path lane available, and it took me maybe 20 minutes to go through both of them. So normally with my Qantas Gold status, before flying Qantas to a overseas destination from Melbourne, I have access to the Cathay, Emirates and Qantas lounges. Unfortunately, COVID seems to have changed everything. Cathay lounge looks like it's closed for good. Emirates hasn't reopened theirs back in June, but they've reopened in July. So today I'm left with the Qantas International Business Lounge. It's actually my first time here, so I'm quite keen to check it out. My first impression here is that they need to renovate this lounge. It's just simply too old. It's got everything that you need, like shower, printer, buffet, seating area, barista coffee and champagne. But there's not any wow factors here. The ceiling is low and there's no window here at all. It's now 8:30 in the morning and you have breakfast buffet right now. The food selection is quite extensive. You've got fruits, pastries, hot food like scrambled eggs, sausages, mushrooms and roasted tomatoes. Unlike Qantas domestic lounges, here in the international lounge you don't have to wait till 12 o'clock for alcohol. So here you've got some self-serve spirits like gin, rum, whiskey and Baileys. You'll find chilled wines in the bar area. The sparkling wine they've got here today is Sepal de Drive's Chardonnay Pinot Noir. So here's what I'm having for breakfast. Quite a bit of alcohol, a lot of mushrooms, sausage and pastry. I hope that you're enjoying this video so far. If you're new to my channel, I upload a new trip report like this one every Thursday, 12 PM Hong Kong and Singapore time. In Melbourne that's 2 PM in the winter. So be sure to click that subscribe and bell button so you won't miss out on another trip report. So quickly we'll do a lavatory tour. I love how they've got like a proper room for the toilet including a sink. They've got some expensive disposable hand towels, hand washing gel and body lotion. And most importantly, coat hook. Now it's time to head to Singapore. Here's our aircraft today. It's an 18-year-old Qantas Airbus A330-300 Victor Hotel, Quebec Papa Charlie. There are 28 business class seats and 269 economy class seats on board. There's no first or premium economy. The boarding procedure today is chaotic, and unfortunately, this is not uncommon with Qantas. I'll go into more details in the conclusion.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, good yourself?
Yeah, good, thanks.
Excellent.
Thanks.
No worries. Hello. Yeah, good, thank you. Very fine. Thanks very much.
How are you? Right for you.
Hello, how are you?
How are you today? Just on the first aisle, you'll find some lovely little goodies under your seat.
Alright, thanks. Bye.
So that was a lovely welcome from our cabin crew. Economy class configuration is in a standard 242 and our seat today is 31A. Ready for you on your seat is a soft pillow and a blanket. That's one of the best economy class pillows ever. You've also got a headphone. You can take out the one single pin and plug in your own headphone instead. Occasionally, Qantas crew treat their frequent flyers really well. Today I've got a PJ and a amenity kit. I'll now go through the seat features with you. You've got a TV, you can adjust the angle, headphone jack, USB port and a pocket for your personal items. Down here you'll find a tray table. It's folded in half so you can open it, doubling the size and move it back and forth. And then here you'll find a seat pocket with an extra pouch for greater storage. And I just realized the crew also left me a bottle of water. Here there's a universal power socket that you'll need to share with your neighbor. And this is a feature that's left unnoticed by many, a netted footrest. Your legroom or sit pitch here is about 31 inches. Last but not least, every seat comes with an adjustable headrest.
Flight deck today, we have Captain Angus McNabb, First Officer Alex Coss, Second Officer Lynn Kenny in command of this flight. And also on behalf of the entire cabin crew team at your service today, we'll be looking after you on your flight of 6 hours and 55 minutes to Singapore. Now as you're settling in, we'd like to please invite you to put your bags either under the seat in front of you or in the overhead lockers. If you're seated and bulkhead on exit row seat, all your bags must be in the overhead lockers only. Please now switch your phone and other electronic devices to flight mode. You're welcome to use your handheld devices during takeoff, but laptops and other large devices must be stowed away until we're well up in the air. Devices without flight mode cannot be used at any time during this flight. And please remove all cables from the seat back and charging ports. Would you also please ensure that you are in the allocated seat with your seat belt or your sash belt firmly fastened and your seat back upright. For your safety, tray tables.
A little bit of cargo to be completed with the loading underneath the aircraft. Once that is done, we'll be underway and we'll be taxiing for departure into the south this afternoon. Right hand turns out to take off as we set heading for Singapore. Quite a quick flying time, 6 hours and 55 minutes this afternoon. That should see us arriving into Singapore on schedule. Weather conditions forecast there. For the tropics, always a chance of some rain, but the temperature around about 32 degrees and the wind probably from the south-southeast. I'll have some more details for you later on the flight. In the meantime, please make yourselves comfortable. Be underway just as soon as possible.
Find one under your seat, next to it, or in the leg rest. Remove your life jacket from the pouch by pulling the tab. Put it over your head, pass the strap around your waist, hip at the front, then tighten.
Your crew are here to help, so please follow your instructions at all times.
That you do not move your seat. This could damage your device and may be a fire hazard. Just ask a crew member for assistance to recover your item in a safe manner. And for your safety, we don't allow anyone, including children, to sleep on the floor. Once again, it's a pleasure having you aboard.
We're now airborne and I'll quickly show you the entertainment system on board. You have a wide selection of movies and TV shows to choose from. The touchscreen is really easy to use, really responsive to your fingers. There's also a flight map, but it's not interactive, so you have to wait for the slides to change slowly. I'm now watching Sky News, and the gentleman in front is Australia's new Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese. He was sworn in May 2022. Qantas has brought back in-flight magazines, which I really like to read. There's no in-flight Wi-Fi on Qantas international flights. Within 15 minutes after takeoff, the cabin crew came to the aisle to give out water to every passenger. Qantas has slightly changed the service flow in economy class since COVID-19 in a good way. Pre-COVID, they would give you water and then straight to the meal service. Now in 2022, they would do a refreshment service before the meal service. So we got a pack of savoury snacks with hazelnuts and corn. For me, I really like corn. It has the juice. I can't imagine a more beautiful thing. And for drinks, I opted for ginger beer. I always like a day flight because I get to see a lot of things, and there's a less chance that I get jet lag. What I'm zooming into right now is Spencer Gulf in South Australia. I hope that you're enjoying this video so far. If so, please take a few seconds to like this video, comment down below and share this video with your friends. Now the cabin crew have begun the meal service. Since COVID-19, Qantas has stopped giving out paper menus in economy class. Instead, you can now browse through the menu on your TV screen. So for the main today, we've got 3 options: a plant-based Indian dish, chicken with rice, and beef with vegetables. Your drink selection is quite extensive as well. Everything is complimentary, including spirits, beer and wine. Lunch is now served, let's dig in. So I went with a third option, the braised Wagyu beef with broccoli, carrots and soft polenta. It comes with a focaccia instead of a hard bun, salt and pepper sachets. A closer look to our beef dish. It looks really good and appetizing. For drink of choice, I went for the Qantas Sophie Spritz. Qantas started serving their own spritz on international flights in 2021. It's a pre-mixed cocktail served with a slice of lemon and ice. This is hands down one of the most wonderful meals I've had on Qantas. The beef and vegetables were all delicious and juicy, and a Qantas spritz tastes really good as well. Now for dessert, we were given chocolate ice cream. It's the type that you have to suck it and then wait for it to melt. Hot beverages service followed later, so coffee and tea. I got the most beautiful tea ever. The milk and tea ratio is just perfect. I also got a Tim Tam to dunk with. Hello, welcome to Qantas A330-300 economy class lavatory tour. A very quick one because there's people waiting outside. It's quite tiny, but it's okay. There's paper cups if you want to brush your teeth, rinse your mouth, hand soap. No hand cream. There's facial tissues and hand tissues. Mirror, and I'm actually using the Coke. With about 5.5 hours to go, I'm gonna take a nap because I didn't really sleep the night before. So I slept for about 3 hours, and now we're flying over Indonesia. We just passed Bali. The cabin crew are now serving prior landing meal. So again, we got a drink of choice. This time I got OJ and this cute little box with stir-fried noodles in it. It would now be dinner time in Australia, but only about 4 PM in Singapore, so the portion is just alright.
Boarding announcements are not made at Singapore Changi Airport, and therefore if you're transit and already have a boarding pass, please remember to check the screens throughout the terminals for details of your next flight departure. If you do not yet have a boarding pass, please proceed to the transfer desk or ask the Qantas ground team for assistance, and please ensure that you're at your gate at least 45 minutes prior to departure.
Been nice and sunny and smooth, and nearly at the end, shortly to commence our descent into Singapore's Changi International Airport. Arrival has us flying over some of the Indonesian islands in the waterway, then heading up to the north and left-hand turn back towards the south, so might be some views of Singapore downtown area on the right-hand side during the later stages of the approach. All that's going to take us a little bit over half an hour touching down, and we should be disembarking at the terminal at 5:30 or shortly thereafter. The current time in Singapore is coming up 5 minutes to 5. 31 degrees, nice and hot and humid down there, chance of showers throughout the next couple of hours, but should be a fine evening otherwise. Do hope you enjoyed the flight with us, because we certainly enjoyed having you on board. the captain and all of the crew. Thanks for flying with Qantas. Wish you a very pleasant time in Singapore.
Seatbelt or your sash belt firmly fastened. For your safety, tray tables, footrest, entertainment screens, and fasteners must now be stowed and window shades out. Please also remove all cables from the seat back charging ports.
We've started our descent into Changi Airport, so let's quickly conclude this trip report with Qantas right here, right now. Our journey today started at Adelaide Airport. I checked in there all the way to Singapore and my bags were checked through all the way as well. So at Melbourne Airport, I got off the plane and then I headed straight to Terminal 2, bypassed the check-in and headed straight to security and immigration. And then I used the Qantas International Business Lounge at Melbourne Airport. It's a pretty decent lounge, great food selection and drink selection as well, but it needs a renovation badly. The boarding process today wasn't that great, so it was slightly delayed with no announcements or whatsoever, and then the gate agent made an announcement asking people with special needs to board first, but then there was no more following announcement for general boarding and priority boarding. I only got the sense that boarding has actually started when I saw people coming in from different directions and everyone's getting on board. Once on board, we got a warm welcome from our cabin crew, and then I settled down at my seat 31A with a amenity kit and a business class PJ. Personally, I really like the Qantas A330-300 economy class seats. Your TV is huge, you've got a pocket for your personal items, and there's also a netted footrest. The food and beverages today were excellent, the Wagyu beef was excellent, and the noodle before landing was pretty good as well. Our cabin crew today were absolutely lovely. You can see their smiles through their mask, and during the service they would strike up conversations with their passengers, saying things as simple as "how are you?" and asking people where their final destination is, and then giving recommendations on where to go. So overall today it was a very pleasant flight. For your information, flying Qantas return from Melbourne to Singapore, your airfare starts from 1,041 Australian dollars. So that's it for the conclusion today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe and share this video with your friends. You can keep up to date with me on my social media platforms like Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook and BeReal. And if you want to make direct impact into funding my flights, you can do so via PayPal or Patreon. Please visit the links in the description for more information. Now please enjoy the approach and landing into Singapore Changi, and I'll have a Singapore vlog follow after. Bye!
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Singapore Changi Airport. With a 2 hours time difference, the time in Singapore is coming up to 5:27 p.m. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until our Captain Angus McDonald switches off the seatbelt sign. And as always, smoking, vaping, and the use of e-cigarettes is not permitted while disembarking or throughout the terminal. Please do take care when you're opening your overhead lockers, as the baggage may have moved during this flight and could inadvertently fall out. And also prior to disembarking, please ensure that you check your seat and your seat pocket for any personal items, as this aircraft is getting turned around back into Australia. If you can reach your mobile phone and if it's handy, you may now deactivate flight. Finally, on behalf of all the here at Qantas and One World, Captain Angus McNabb and also Customer Service Supervisor Bradley Hall and the entire cabin crew team at your service today, we thank you sincerely for choosing to fly with Qantas. We understand you have a choice when it comes to travel, and we thank you for making us your preferred airline. If you're visiting Singapore, we hope you enjoy your stay. For those returning, a very warm welcome home. And for customers with onwards connections, we wish you a very safe journey ahead. Thank you, good evening and goodbye.
Thank you. Bye-bye, darling. Thank you. Come this way. VIP entrance. Exit
Oh.
for you.
3, 2, 1. Hopefully see you tonight.
Absolutely.
Hello there, welcome back to another Singapore vlog. I'm at Orchard Road drinking my flash turmeric latte, which is like chai latte. My friend and I are heading to Orchard Road's Hilton for a lunch buffet.
Sunday, what was Saturday? No, Saturday he leaves. Oh, technically you are leaving. This is the kind of coffee I like.
So I just got back to my friend's home to do some YouTube stuff. My friend and I are meeting at Clarke Quay at 10 PM, so we're gonna catch a bus. After hours of exercise, we're finishing the night off with a chicken rice and a drive to Sentosa for a walk. Again, thanks for watching. I'll see you next Thursday. Bye bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Boston. For your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and your cabin baggage stowed until the seatbelt sign has been turned off.